say that has been failing, because I want you to appreciate that this country is one of the few countries that survived a number of pandemics, including COVID-19. So we have been moving on, but not so steadily. Why? Some ministries have been working in isolation. They have been working in silos. The Minister of Agriculture would go it alone. The Minister of Environment would go it alone. But this time we are saying, let us, under the umbrella of the Office of the Prime Minister, move there together. And I believe if the Ministry of Agriculture is talking about production, and the Ministry of Lands is protecting the land for farmers to be safe on their land, the Ministry of Environment is talking about how to protect our environment. The Ministry of Disaster Preparedness is also giving them early warning signals. The Ministry of Local Government is talking about PDM. The Ministry of Finance is talking about something different, microfinance. There are those big farmers, or people with big land, those who are owning big chunks of land. They have the land, but they don't have the means to use it. And we have money in UDB. So Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Industry will also be talking about UDB. We have the Bank of Uganda. And so this time round, let me tell you, things have greatly changed. We are moving as one government, all of us together. And that's why the campaign is going to succeed this time round. Jingo, why Mubende? Why not Greater Masaka? Mubende is part of Uganda, isn't it? When the president went to Masaka, why didn't you talk about why not Mubende? When the president was in other areas, why didn't you talk about why not Arua? Why not other? Members, we have to start somewhere. We have to start somewhere, and that's why we chose Mubende under the Office of the Prime Minister. Why? Because they have a number of land issues, you are aware. 2, they have suffered a number of atrocities, including Ebola, isn't it? So we prioritize the Mubende because they are part of this country, and so we have to start from there. We shall go in all other parts of the country. The people of Mubende are losing their land. That's why we are going there, to educate and tell them that they have to give them the knowledge so that they can live happily on their land. The Maputo Declaration, that one I think the minister will talk about it. Why are we not giving 10% of our budget to Ministry of Agriculture? And we are giving about 5 or 4, according to Jingo. And he's saying, are we going to convince the farmers that agriculture is the backbone? Members, the government of Uganda has given money, 1.05 trillion under PDM. All this money is almost going for agriculture. Don't only look at what goes in the ministry. Let us look at what we use. You cannot talk about agriculture without Ministry of Health. You cannot talk about agriculture without talking about roads, because then where will they pass the agricultural produce to the market? You cannot talk about agriculture without talking about the market. And so I believe, and you are saying World Bank has stopped aid. Yes, we are using a number of approaches. We can use other funders or other banks. We are continuing to negotiate. We are using that diplomatic path. We are also, as Prime Minister, have already been directed by the President to be frugal as government. Some of our products have been banned from our neighboring markets. In Sudan, in Kenya. Yes, that's why we are going for this campaign. Because we need to talk about post-harvest handling. Recently, when I was in my village, I found a farmer who was harvesting his maize before it dried, and I believe that is one of the reasons why we have aflatoxins in our maize. We are there. We are going there to tell our farmers, and so that they can do better. That's why this campaign is very relevant. What is the government policy on value addition? That one will be answered by the minister. Busoga, that the Busoga radio station that we are in Nabbanja, we advised farmers to grow palm oil. Are we not going to flood the market with palm oil and then the prices fluctuate? No. No. Areas which are near Lake Victoria are most suitable for palm oil growing. You have seen how Karangara has changed economically. And so the people of Busoga, especially Nabbanja, who are near Lake Victoria, can also go for that product. You have said Buganda is for coffee. Western Uganda is for bananas and cows and cattle. Busoga was for sweet potatoes. Man. That's why we are in this campaign, to inform our people that things have changed. Yes, that's why this campaign is on. And I believe that, why not talk about organic farming? Yes, that's why we are going. We have all those organic those who sell organic products. We are going with them. Members, all the questions are almost answered by the campaign we are going for. All the questions, the answer is this campaign. All your questions, the answer is this campaign.
My name is Kiwanda Subi, the Vice Chairperson of the National Resistance Movement, in charge, Central Region, Buganda, commonly known as Nabbanja. So I want to welcome you and welcome the Prime Minister in the region. Ladies and gentlemen, the National Resistance Movement made a manifesto in 2021, and this manifesto was based on the economic empowerment. And this term, our focus is on the socio-economic transformation of our population. And of course, this particular core principle of the National Resistance Movement is divided into two. One is economic development, and of course, economic growth. When we talk about economic development, we are talking about the social infrastructure that the government put in place for the people to use and improve on their livelihood. But however, besides that, we have the side of the economic growth, the wealth of the people, people's pockets. This time, as the National Resistance Movement, that's where our focus is. Wealth, faranga, dollar, shillings. People should have money in their pockets. So I want to thank the Right Honourable Prime Minister for this initiative, because the only way our people can get money is through work. Work. That even the money that we give under different programs, for example, under Myoga, under PDM, is basically to help our people to improve on their economic well-being. So this time, I want to welcome and I want to thank the Right Honourable Prime Minister for this great initiative, because this is a campaign that was even needed yesterday. But I want to say, I'm here on behalf of the National Resistance Movement Party, the party that owns the manifesto that are being implemented and implemented by government. So I want to join hands with them as a party to mobilize the population. I want to call upon the people of Mityana, Mubende, Kasanda, Chiboga and Chankwanzi to embrace the campaign and also the neighboring districts. You might be coming from other districts that are neighbor with these districts. There's no harm that you can also come and join the campaign and join the awareness. Out of this campaign, we hope to achieve three things. One, the creation of awareness. People to know about the current technologies, actually what is new and what's there for them to use. As the Honorable Minister of Agriculture was saying, that people need to change, and that's very important. The availability of these technologies on mechanization, on irrigation. Number two is to avoid the counterfeit, because when you bring the real manufacturers of the inputs or the importers of these inputs and you bring them together with the farmers and interact with them, we shall be able to avoid the counterfeit products. And finally, having these products at an affordable price. So this is a very good initiative, and of course after the drive we know even other agro input dealers and the stockists in the districts and the sub-counties will definitely be able to stock the right inputs and also adopt also the right price, the affordable price to their farmers. Finally, all our other programs, including NADS, OWC, and very many other programs that have been done by National Resistance Movement, were best that the government would buy products and give them to the people. This is the only program, PDM, where we give people money. So our concern is that when we've given them money, what do they use that money for? So this campaign has come at a very critical moment of time, whereby PDM is moving, we are giving out money. And if money has been given, we want to guide our farmers how to use this money for the maximum benefit. One, to achieve high production. Two, to achieve high productivity. And finally, to have high profitability of what they are doing. So I want to welcome you, Right Honorable, and I want to pledge as Central Region, we are ready. As National Resistance Movement, as a party, we are behind you, Right Honorable Prime Minister, as you implement this manifesto, because we have only 2 years to go back to the general public and account for what we've done. I thank you.